In the first weekend of September, the 2020 ESET Cup season sprang back into action after July's races in Grobnik in Croatia and Slovakia Ring 2 weeks ago. The series visited the Masaryk circuit at BRNO in the Czech Republic. And the racing in the Moravian metropolis promised a thrilling spectacle. It was the penultimate event of the shortened season, meaning that the fight for the championship titles was definitely intensifying. In the GT3 Sprint, Trevio Racing Team's Gregor Zizo led the points, but Daniel Salicki was only 6 behind the Slovakian. Zizo wasn't expecting the BRNO weekend to be a walk in the park. He was very well aware that the Dutch racing driver would give him nothing for free, and he would need to do everything he could to grab the series lead at the end of the weekend. Pressure on then, penultimate round of the series. In Friday's qualifying, the Trevor Racing driver claimed pole position. But it was his arch rival alongside him who got the advantage early on in race 1 as Salicki moved in front to take the lead. But the balance of power changed, and in the end, it was the Czech racer who headed towards victory, his first win in a long time. Zizo refused to give up, though, and after a close tussle right at the end of the race, it was the Slovakian who came out triumphant, his first win of the season. Little difficult, he said. Circuit isn't really grippy, so you slide around a lot. It's pretty difficult because the tyres tend to wear when you do that. So I saw Dan got ahead of me at the start, managed to hang on to him and passed him with 5 laps to go. So is it better in the dry or in the wet? For me, I prefer it to be dry, but if it's wet, it's wet. You just have to be more careful. In the GT4 class, Ferenc Fischer finished his 2nd race in a row on top of the podium, ahead of Sergej Pavlovec and Peter Weyer. Miro Konopka took the D5 class, and Boleslav Vasek triumphed in GTC. After Saturday's victory, Gregor Zizo also wanted to win Sunday's GT3 sprint race. This time, though, he was forced to settle for 2nd. Peter Kacirik evaded his clutches, having replaced Daniel Salicki in the Dutch Racing Team's Audi R8 LMS Ultra. The Czech veteran had claimed pole position in the morning qualifying battle as well before going on to claim the race win. But Zizo at least had the consolation. The BMW driver's defeat didn't alter his overall lead, and he still has one hand on the trophy. Victory, though, went to the Audi driver. Really happy we made a deal with Gregor that we would race against each other. So he raced in the first sprint. Daniel Salicki started for our team and battled for the title. We'll see what happens in Hungary. We already said Gregor and I will race against each other, but he kind of yielded after lap 2. After that, I was a bit on my own. And it was only about not making a mistake and bringing it home. But there are a lot of different classes out there, so although you might be leading your own category, you've got to take care of the others as well. Ferenc Fischer didn't have a great day in GT4, the Hungarian finishing only 4th. RTR Project Team's Sergej Pavlovec was the man who claimed GT4 victory ahead of his teammate Thomas Miniberger. Peter Weyer again coming home in 3rd. Miro Konopka winning D5. Boleslav Vasek also taking his 2nd GTC win. Sergej saying today was a good day, especially the start. As I said yesterday, if I have a good start, I'll be able to pull away, and that's the way it went. Got ahead of some Porsches, some other more powerful GT3 cars, and after that was able to hang on to the lead and enjoy the race. So confirmation, Zizo then with a slender lead still over Salicki. Ferenc Fischer leading from Pavlovec, and Boleslav Vasek on top in GTC. The GT event in BRNO also featured the P9 Challenge Series, which is for GT3 cars, but unfettered by BOP restrictions. So they are the full fat item. On Saturday, Jürgen Bender took victory in a Corvette C7. He was joined on the podium by Hermann Speck in a Porsche 911 and Coach Mackenzie with a Lamborghini Huracan. Bender then managed to repeat his performance on Sunday as well in the Reiter engineering car. Coach Mackenzie again joining him on the podium with Porsche driver Heiko Neumann taking third. It was also the third event of TCR Eastern Europe. In the overall standings, things weren't as tight as in GT3. The Mira team's Dusan Borkovic had dominated the previous 4 races. Masaryk, the Serb, was looking to secure the title, but naturally his rivals would be out to stop him. Reigning champion Milovan Vesnic, Joachim Galasch, Dusan Kuril Jr., Michael Max, and Simon Jablonski had no intentions of playing second fiddle. But Friday's qualifying showed how tough it was going to be. Borkovic claiming pole by half a second ahead of compatriot Vesnic. Sanju Subek started in third position, but Borkovic's race pace was just as strong as his qualifying pace. He jumped into the lead at the first turn and was not headed thereafter. The Hyundai driver racing for the WTCR champions Mira team, run by Norman Mikulits, raced away at the front of the field, and he would claim his 5th victory of the season, sealing the TCR Eastern Europe title as he did so. In the end, Sandro Subek finished second, Simon Jablonski taking third, with Milovan Vesnic, the other front row starter, relegated to 4th at the checkered flag.
It was quite similar like previous ones, but here I found that with the weight of my car now, the tires was really difficult to manage the tires from the half of the race. The drop from the front tires was huge. I think it's because of the maximum weight I have with my Hyundai. We managed to have the good balance for the quali, but for the race I saw that also Audi guy Sobek was really good, and I congratulate to all of them. It was nice feeling in a car. Let's hope to do the same tomorrow and to finish like let's everything all races with a victory.
Drivers started race 2 with a grid set by the 2nd fastest qualifying times. Pole position falling once more to Borkovic. At the beginning of the race, though, it seemed that there might be a more dramatic battle for victory. Milovan Vesnic made the best start to grab the lead. Sandro Subek, second on Saturday, had a poor getaway. He went off and lost a lot of time. He would finish 13th. But Milovan Vesnic's tenure of the lead was not a long one. Borkovic got by him on lap 1 as Subek tried to find his way out of the gravel. After that, an exciting battle developed for third between Dusan Kuril Jr., Michael Max and Simon Jablonski. But out front, Borkovic was able to run away, nursing his sires on his way to another victory. In the end, Michael Max took third after he passed Kuril. However, Jablonski then overhauled them both to finish third at the flag as Dusan Borkovic completed his victory sweep, Vesnic in second.
Then when I saw that a little rain, I was too careful because the circuit is long, you have a lot of downs, a lot of hills, and then you never know, maybe on some braking you can suddenly have wet, so I didn't want to take any risks. So after third lap, when I saw that I can push a little bit more, I pushed a little bit more, but nothing special, and then I saw that the gap is big. Then I controlled the race like all of them before, like all previous races.
So congratulations to our new TCR Eastern Europe champion. Over the weekend, the D2 single-seater category was also in action. Sandro Zeller and Václav Šafár among the favourites, with the Swiss in the Formula 3 class, as his dad raced in for many years, Šafár in E2. Both Šafár and Zeller were able to confirm their pace. Sandro Zeller, like Father Joe, dominant force in F3, and he triumphed in both encounters overall, as well as taking the 2 Formula 3 wins. Safar won in E2 as well, and he was the runner-up in both races behind Zeller.
Yeah, this is right. I had quite a good start. I could overtake both of my concurrents in the front, and from there on I could do my pace, and it was quite easy for me to handle it because I had no slipstream or dirty air, and for this I could do my race, my pace, and save my tires to the end. So it was quite okay.
Oliver Mikl scored 2 wins in the Formula Renault category. Benjamin Berta dominating in Formula 4, winning on Saturday and Sunday.
I'm very satisfied with this weekend. The qualifying was quite hard, but in the race in these difficult conditions, we got back on P1 and won the race.
You said it was difficult conditions, so in what way was it difficult? It was dry or sometimes wet? How was it?
But just an hour ago it was raining. It was still raining, so the track was drying up. There was still a lot of wet parts on the track, so we need to miss those parts. But yeah, that's why it was difficult.
Saturday normally closes on ESET racing weekends with the endurance race, and BRNO was no different. Gregor Zizo had triumphed in the GT3 sprint on Saturday, beating Daniel Skilicki after a close fight. In the hour-long endurance race, however, the Duck racer driving sought his revenge. After starting from pole, he seized victory, strengthening his overall endurance series lead. He was the leader coming into the BRNO event. Zigo finished second, sharing with his compatriot Stefano Rosina. Thomas Miniberger and Sergei Pavlovek, the crew of the RTR Projects team, triumphed in the GT4 category, while Ferenc Fischer and Lubomir Jakovic finished second. Gabriela and Philip Seiler finished third in their first start together in the ESET V4 Cup. And in D5, Thomas Konvika ended up on top of the pile. In the Clio Cup category, the Carpac racing duo Thomas Pekar and Richard Meixner triumphed over Thomas Enger and Yasmin Kolok after Pekar and local hero Enger entertained the audience. Thomas saying I started well, enjoyed the race with Thomas. We fought wheel to wheel. It was good fun. It's a long time since I've raced with a front wheel drive racing in my career, only when I started in the Fiesta Cup at 16 or 17. So it was like learning something entirely new again. So I followed him, saw how he was dealing with it, figuring out how I would need to save the tyres. But I'd need to have another go at this because what I learned yesterday, I'd like to be able to capitalize on in the future. And that's it for BRNO. The season finishes in a few weeks' time in the Hungaroring.